Limestone Loneliness
by Carly Lynch and Elizabeth Bills.
The Roundhouse, Manjaree, Arthur Head, Walyalup, Fremantle.
The first permanent structure built in Western Australia to hold prisoners of the Swan River Colony.
Former jail for Aboriginal and European male and female prisoners from 1831 to 1886.
We observe the limestone, the wind and the reflections in the site.
We want to share how we have been affected by this place and its history. Low-lying shrubs quiver on the windswept dunes. My name is Elizabeth Bills. My mother is German. My father is the 5th generation descendant of John Jacob, who left England in 1837.
A sandy pathway is bordered by a low fence. My name is Carly Lynch, and I grew up in Dunsborough, southwest Western Australia, although I now live in Perth.
A sand path leads along the bottom of a limestone cliff. A moving shadow of 2 flags flapping falls on the path. I am 24 years old and grew up in Perth. I feel like I'm peeling back layers of history and uncovering something we were not meant to know or see.
A mast is mounted atop the limestone cliffs. 3 flags fly and a time ball cannon sways against the clear blue sky. I now live in Perth and I come from migrant settler heritage. My mother is Italian and my father has English-Irish heritage. The sea has been a constant force in my life. A wispy cloud shifts into view.
Over the edge of a limestone wall, a green shrub moves in the wind.
A woman walks in front of the ledge at Manjaree, Arthur Head, and towards the outer wall of the roundhouse. She pauses and looks at the view over the ledge of the boats moored at sea and the expansive sky above it. As I enter the roundhouse, I am greeted by 2 elderly male volunteers, to whom I ask if I may enter the space. I'm granted entry.
Another man walks along the east side of the roundhouse. People exit the roundhouse.
Large clouds move behind a close-up of the time ball hanging from the mast. The mast's cables sway back and forth in the wind. George Fletcher Moore, in his diary, wrote, "Our colony is built on a beach." He reports that the colonists are cheerless, dissatisfied people with gloomy looks and who plod around the sand from hut to hut to drink grog and to grumble.
A didactic panel against a white wall catches the reflection of the blue sky outside and the top of the exterior limestone wall.
A framed didactic panel hovers just off the wall. The Fremantle area has been inhabited for tens of thousands of years. The local Noongar people call it Walyalup, a part of Boyambara, the coastal limestone belt through which the river flows.
The letters E-R-O-N are carved into the limestone wall in a room of the roundhouse. In 1829, Captain Fremantle, a British Royal Navy officer, arrived at Woodman's Point, about 7 kilometres south of the mouth of the Swan River.
A giant white cloud moves up over the exterior wall of the roundhouse.
A doorway and 2 downstairs windows and 3 upstairs windows open onto the roundhouse courtyard. Tourists move around.
A shadow of a limestone wall falls against the courtyard ground. It's in the centre of the space.
An open door inside a dark room reveals the exterior wall of the courtyard and a blue sky. Two sandwich board signs stand near the bell and wooden pillory. Captain Fremantle hoisted the British flag and took formal possession in the name of His Majesty King George IV. The roundhouse was the first permanent structure built in Western Australia to hold prisoners of the Swan River Colony. The colony's first official jail was completed in 1831.
A rough limestone wall fills the frame and changes colour as the sun moves over it. Neville Green writes that each night Calute's people would creep up to the prison walls and call to him softly, Calute being the Murray River leader of the indigenous clan of the area. Calute is released after being given 60 lashes.
A tourist is locked in the pillory. His head and hands stick through the holes and his legs straddle the seat.
A red protective cover has been put on the wooden pillory.
A shadow of the edge of the wall falls on the inner courtyard. The roundhouse was also WA's first asylum for people with mental illness. Gorman, an Aboriginal schoolboy, was imprisoned for being a supposed lunatic and also for stealing pigs.
A didactic moves slightly from the wind and catches the reflection of the courtyard wall. The architectural design modelled Jeremy Bentham's Panopticon, a multi-storey circular jail designed to enable the constant supervision of convicts at work in their cells. The design and layout, 12 cells placed radially around the central courtyard. The roundhouse demonstrated the importance placed on the supervision, control and management of prisoners in cellular confinement.
Another section of the wall is seen. A metal chain hangs down the side of the wall and swings in the wind. In 1837, when the first Blue Book records were kept, a total of 44 prisoners, both short and long term, were imprisoned in the roundhouse. By 1839, this figure had tripled.
Another metal chain is in focus, and blurred behind it is a lifelike doll lying on the ground in the corner of the room, covered by a blanket. A close-up of a carved inscription on the exterior of the wall of the roundhouse include the words "accused".
The masts cables that attach to the top of the roundhouse are blown about by the wind. Aboriginal people in custody were tied together by cords and sent to either the roundhouse or a small lockup located in Perth. before they were transported to Rottnest Island.
A wider shot reveals the whole roundhouse from the western angle.
We remember all those who suffered and died here, including unjustly treated Aboriginal prisoners and prisoners with mental illness. Filmed by Lynch. Spoken words by Elizabeth Bills and Lynch. Backing sounds from the Black Sun Spire by Inner Struggle. Our source information and historical references are available to view at the front desk.